Hi, how are you? My name is Maria Camila. I'm from Colombia. How's everything? Good?
Good.
Hey, nice to meet you, Camila.
How are you guys? How's everything?
We're good. We're better now.
You stole my
Oh my
line.
God.
We're better now.
You learned that from me. I use that.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm fine. I'm really nervous because this is my first interview in English. So I'm so sorry if I'm saying something wrong or really bad and I'm nervous because I'm a huge fan. I saw the first 3 chapters and I was like, oh my God, I felt a lot of things. I felt happy because I'm part of the LGBTQ community. I felt fear because I'm part of the LGBTQ community, but I felt like a lot of hope and love. So I'm really happy to be here with you guys. I'm going to just 2 quick questions. The first one, I would like you guys to talk about your characters. Like, how do you guys describe your characters?
I play Mingus in Queer as Folk, and they are a very punk, angsty little brat, just trying to skate their way into the hearts of all the jocks and daddies, and then they're also getting into the drag scene and finding themselves. And it's messy and it's awkward and it's at times sexy, but hardly ever, because they're kind of just like a bright-eyed, bushy-tailed baby queer who's just trying to find a community. And that's just a little bit about Mingus.
Julian is, I would say, a very salty, dry bitch who has lived a very kind of small life by design. They want to be a flight attendant. They love going to the mall. They love watching Buffy. I think that he uses humor as sort of a deflection. And I think, through the course of the season, it's really about letting his law walls down and letting people in.
I think Brody is, he is just a charm monster. He's the guy that you want to be best friends with, and you also want to have the farthest away from you at all times. And so for me, I think, one of his defining characteristics is his ability to love. And on the other side of that love, charm is also deceptive, and you get to see the complexity of someone who seemingly exists in this like bubble of bliss. And yeah, Johnny.
Yeah. For me, Noah is just such an encapsulation of what a lot of people, queer people, face. He is, on the outside, he's hyper functioning. He has a great job. He's got a nice house, a hot group of friends. But then on the inside, he is very unhealed, and he's got a lot to deal with when it comes to emotions and getting through the world. So I was just really excited to play someone that was, complicated that way.
Cher is I keep on saying this, but it's like the most accurate, but Cher is a stone cold Care Bear zaddy of a person stepping into this role of parent after being in the role of a lover partner to Ruthie. They are a professor of theology. They are a punk musician. I was gonna say band player, but drummer person. They are a strong post and also a nice puddle of glue when they are not acting so solid within a thing.
Yeah, Ruthie is an aspiring adult. She is the hottest English lit teacher in Louisiana, and really finds herself at a crossroads when she is not ready for the life she wants, and is like trying to force growing up onto herself when in reality she's not quite ready to.
Yeah, I was doing research before it came here, and I was reading that the first Queer as Folk was in 2000. That was a long time ago, and right now we have more rights and we have more visibility, but still we need more things, and still we are in a lot of violence moments and in a lot of discrimination moments. So how was being part of this, that right now it's going to be also like I don't know, for people like me that we are part of the LGBTQ community, it's so powerful to see you guys with your stories. So how was that experience? How do you feel right now about that?
I feel on top of the world. You know, like what you were saying when you watched, that's how I felt making this show. When I first read the first script, I felt like, thank God we have another way to tell queer stories. You know, and it's an iconic way with Queer as Folk, because it's made the landscape what it is today. So it feels like such an honor to be able to do it. Also very scary, because, you know, you want to be great. And I feel like, you know, every day I watch the episodes and I'm like, oh, I'm so excited. And, you know, I'm just really happy that I get to be a part of this storytelling, especially with the group of people that I'm telling the stories with.
Yeah, I kind of feel like I'm floating. You know, like I'm like just waiting for my feet to touch back on the ground. And it's all the things. We contain a multitude. So it's like, it's excitement, it's also nervousness, it's electricity, and it's also electrocution, you know, like, all at the same time. And there are days, yeah, that I wake up and I'm like, wow, 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 wow. And there's also days that I open Twitter and I'm like, wow, so it's honestly, it's been a blessing.
It's been a dream come true. You know, I think as an actor, all you want to do is tell stories that matter and have fun while doing it. And I think that's what we've accomplished here. We're telling stories that may not have been told on TV before, and having the time of our lives on and off screen.
And just on top of that, being in such a safe feeling environment, so many, you know, queer people's around holding cameras or running around being PAs and costuming and in the hair trailer and the makeup trailer, etc. And even the people who were not, you know, queer identifying on set, they were like extreme, like people who would get pronouns or phrases wrong, like would sometimes catch themselves or just like know that, like, oh, like, you know, this is new for me, but it's also something that makes this person feel comfortable, even though, you know, I'm starting to get into a mode of not having to feel so validated by someone using my preferred pronouns. But it's nice when someone is, you know, on that track. It makes a space very comfortable and very, you know, okay to live in fully.
Yeah, I would love for this show to not be groundbreaking, but it is. It's still really rare to have an all queer cast. TV is a lot queerer than it used to be, but I feel like queer characters are still very much like the past apps. But in this show, they get to be the delicious main course. There's a lot of freedom in that. There's a lot of freedom in being able to just explore queer people and not have to worry about them becoming holograms of their identity or like the weight of representation. They can just be very flawed, very messy, basically queer people you know in your life.
I think there's a lot of gravity in telling the story. And I would love to live in a world where queer people didn't have to worry about their safety every day. But unfortunately, that isn't the world we live in right now. And so telling this story is a way to reach out to the queer community and say, you know, there are people here for you. We have each other's backs. We'll protect one another. And the fight isn't over. And I think that's what this iteration of Queer as Folk represents.
Yeah, for me it was amazing to see this, to embrace, to love more, being part of something different, something that is, I don't know, it's just we're strong because our fight is because we want to love. And it was amazing, and I want you guys to thank you for this moment. I'm really excited. Queer as Folk was amazing. So thank you guys for this moment. It's a great series. I'm waiting to see more, and thank you for your time. The three of us are blue right now. Look at it. We're matching.
I love it.
Okay, thank you guys.